and in his arms. He kissed his head and he prayed. Pictures of this quiet moment, they are now going viral. People who follow the Pope, they are not surprised by seeing this. We know his personal touch, his connection to everyday people, it's already legendary. So I want to bring in John Allen, our senior Vatican analyst, to talk a little bit about this. And it's not surprising, really, John, when you see what the Pope is doing. He has done so many things that really people just don't expect. And he is really getting away from this kind of lofty elite image of his office. He's got a Twitter account, he's driving this old beat-up car around the Vatican, but he's directly reaching out to just regular folks. What does he want to do? What is he trying to do?
Well, I mean, first of all, you're absolutely right in terms of the way this Pope has captured the world's imagination. I mean, he just crossed the 10 million mark on Twitter. Polls show him with astronomical approval ratings. When he was in Brazil in July, he drew more than 3 million people to Copacabana Beach, shattering, by the way, the previous attendance record held by the Rolling Stones. And anytime you're trumping Mick Jagger, that's real celebrity. But beneath all of that, I think what he's trying to do is lift up what he considers to be the most important Christian message right now, which is mercy, God's tender compassion for broken people. I mean, he really is trying to be the Pope of mercy. That's what we saw in that unforgettable image from yesterday. And quite clearly, that message is resonating.
John, I don't know if you can answer this question, but do we know how that moment came about where he met that young man and he cradled his head?
Well, typically, this was at the Pope's general audience, which he does every Wednesday. And typically what will happen is severely ill or disabled people are given front row seats at that event. And the Pope's security personnel typically will identify some of them who either have expressed a special need to have a moment with the Pope or just on their own initiative, and will put them in the proximity of the Pope so he can come into contact with them. Now, that was practiced under John Paul and Benedict too, but obviously there is something special about the love this Pope, Pope Francis, has for coming into contact with these folks.
And you and I just spoke a couple days ago. I mean, this is something where he puts out this survey, asks the parishioners, asks people around the world, what do you think about same-sex marriage? What do you think about divorce? What do you think about single moms raising kids? I mean, these are the kinds of things that the church really did not reach out to the parishioners and ask them those questions. Is he a revolutionary in some ways? Is he trying to change the church or the faith?
Well, look, what he does on doctrine or structures, we don't know yet. But in some ways, I think the point is he already has achieved a revolution. I mean, 8 months ago, when we were on CNN's air talking about the church, we were talking about sex abuse, Vatican meltdowns, and so on. Today, we're talking about a charismatic Pope that has the world's attention. If that's not a revolution, I'm not sure we've ever seen one.
All right, well put. John Allen, thank you. Appreciate it as always. Bollywood.